The undisputed uniform of the modern remote worker, a sharp blazer and crisp collared shirt up top, flannel pajama pants and fuzzy slippers down below. It's a system optimized for a very specific environment. As long as you stay securely seated within the tight frame of that webcam lens, the presentation functions flawlessly. Millions of people are applying this exact design to their personal wealth. They are running a financial plan that is strictly professional on top and completely unprepared on the bottom. The upper half is highly visible and deeply impressive. Income flows in on a predictable schedule. Investment accounts display consistent green growth. The outward markers of success are perfectly arranged. Prioritizing those visible metrics creates a structure that looks entirely sound. But that perceived stability relies on one massive assumption: that your daily life will remain perfectly, uninterruptedly static. In structural engineering, building a massive tower without digging a deep, reinforced foundation is a recipe for disaster. A surface-level financial plan operates on the exact same physics. It builds upward without anchoring downward. This diagram of a skyscraper illustrates what happens when we ignore load-bearing capacity. Load-bearing capacity is the absolute maximum weight a structure can safely support before failing. In a financial portfolio, those necessary ground floor support pillars are your hidden protections: liquid cash reserves, life and disability insurance, and a formalized continuity plan. Most standard financial advice focuses entirely on adding new floors. People rush to maximize their returns, stacking dense financial weight at the highest levels of the structure, completely ignoring the sparse, fragile supports holding it all up. Eventually, real life forces you out of your chair. A severe medical diagnosis, a sudden job loss, or a drastic market correction introduces sudden, unplanned weight. A top-heavy build lacks the mechanics to absorb that shock. It is mathematically guaranteed to buckle when forced to carry an unexpected load. When a primary income source is abruptly severed, it applies what engineers call lateral pressure. Lateral pressure is a horizontal, sideways force, like severe wind or seismic activity, that pushes against a structure, destabilizing it entirely differently than standard vertical gravity. Looking at this stress test simulation, we can see the exact mechanics of that horizontal force. Without incoming cash flow to sustain the upper levels, the massive weight of those top floors transfers violently downward, seeking support. Because there is no adequate liquidity or insurance functioning as a shock absorber at the base, the downward energy overwhelms the few existing pillars. The structure cannot redistribute the kinetic energy, and the entire system crumples inward. A structurally sound financial build behaves entirely differently. By integrating dedicated financial shock absorbers at the ground level, the exact same downward force is safely intercepted and redistributed across a wide, stable base. The extreme disparity between how a portfolio looks on paper and how it physically reacts to real-world friction only reveals itself at the exact moment of impact. The primary objective of elite financial planning is not achieving an aesthetic level of growth. It is engineering a system capable of structural resilience under intense, unexpected pressure. You can evaluate your own structural soundness right now using a diagnostic tool we call the Pajama Test. This is a rapid assessment designed to check if your hidden financial protections actually match your highly visible financial success. Ask yourself, if all of your active income vanished tomorrow morning, what specific underlying financial mechanisms are in place right now to catch the heavy structural weight of your current lifestyle? A high monthly income is merely an aesthetic feature. A formalized continuity plan, the legal and financial blueprint dictating exactly how your assets function when you cannot, acts as the true, unshakable foundation of your wealth. At some point, the camera turns off. A life interruption will call on you, and you will have to step away from the desk. When that happens, you need to know that your structural base is fully prepared for the movement. True financial security means building a complete structure that holds together under real-world conditions. You can verify the strength of your own foundation by taking our continuity assessment, a brief evaluation that identifies the hidden weak points in your foundational support.